Well, tonight, a tragic story here of what can go wrong when dogs roam off the leash. WCNC Charlotte's Bill McGinty is going to introduce us to a family who says that two neighbor dogs were harassing them, and the outcome was deadly. As he found out, if you are a dog owner, know that if your dog bites, you could be financially responsible.
Yeah, many people are under the false impression that their dog can bite for the first time without serious consequence. That is not true. As an owner, it is up to you to protect other people, and in doing so, you will protect your dog in the process.
I got two pit bulls in my yard that belong to my neighbor. They're attacking me and my dog.
That stressful 911 call was a prelude of the minutes to come for Fred Herman. What started with a simple, familiar walk to go down and look at the nearby cows quickly escalated.
They've attacked my daughter and my granddaughter.
And I was walking down the road, and the dog came and was like growling, almost bit me. I had to literally throw my 3-year-old daughter on my shoulder and kick one of these dogs.
Fred says he heard screaming. After the first 911 call, he says the dogs came back. Fred said he was forced to protect himself and his family. The emotion of the events heard in this second 911 call.
I need the police here. I have just shot the two dogs that were attacking me in my yard.
You have shot the two dogs that were in your yard?
Oh, yeah. One of them's in my driveway dead.
And I stepped out onto our porch, and when I did, immediately both of the dogs started to come after me. And at that point, I had no other choice. I shot the first dog.
In the minutes that followed, both dogs would be shot and eventually die. Animal Control has had many complaints about neighbor dogs roaming onto Fred's property. Many citations were issued to the dog's owners. The last 2 years were a tragedy in the making.
Bill, this is not the ending that I wanted to have.
The Hermans were fearful, and with good reason. Their daughter, who fought off one or both dogs that night, was attacked by a dog herself when she was a little girl. The scars still very visible today, more than 20 years later. So the question tonight, how exposed are you if your dog bites? Here's attorney Brett Dressler.
The biggest myths in North Carolina and in most other states is that you get the one free bite rule. And I'm here to tell you that that's just a myth. If you have reason to think that your dog might bite somebody because it's gone out and tried to bite a neighbor or try to bite a friend or try to bite a family member, then you're on notice that your dog's a danger to the community, and you have an obligation to restrain that animal. And if you don't, you're going to end up paying for it.
In this case, the dogs themselves paid that price. No charges were filed against Fred Herman for taking what he says was defensive action. I'm Bill McGinty, WCNC Charlotte.